So one of the questions we get a lot, especially recently, is we use a lot of different tools here at Almost Passive Income. What are a couple of the different tools that we use, and how do we use them? Sort of give us a rundown of the tools and how we use them.
It's a good one. So the first one is ClickFunnels, which we have had a love-hate relationship, to be perfectly open and honest about it.
Yep.
There's still some issues that we would love to figure out. However, the reality is ClickFunnels has allowed me and you. I mean, you've got your two Comma Club awards over there,
yep.
and then not a 3 Comma Club. That's not
the 10x.
You've got the 10x award. Like you've sold, 40 million in product through ClickFunnels.
Yep.
I've sold directly through ClickFunnels with this business. Millions.
Yep.
And it just makes life easy enough to build all the funnels. It has issues, but every platform does. So you're kind of choosing which ones do you want.
Yeah.
And now that we have the LTV tracking software, that's made it super valuable. That's why we've stuck with ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
So we have this like LTV tracking software. I think he's calling it LTV numbers.
Yeah.
Now we've been working with a developer directly, who's this NASA rocket scientist guy.
Actual NASA rocket scientist.
Not like one of those things people say on the internet where they make it up. And I actually helped him fix his algorithm, which is just sort of an important thing for me to brag about, is teaching a NASA rocket scientist his mistakes in mathematics. Not a lot of people understand statistics properly. So understanding how to actually track LTV, lifetime value, of like in an accurate way has been huge, especially because we do a lot of either low ticket front end products. So if we've got $1 or a $9 product, we want to be able to turn that person, if the average order value on day 0 is $30, we want them to be worth $300 in 30 days, which is insane. But now that we have the LTV tracking software, we can see that. And we can go, oh my God, we can actually spend, instead of spending $30 to acquire a customer, we could spend 50, lose 20 on day 0 and gain it back by day 7.
Yep.
That's always that's what I had. The first 2 companies I worked with, we had all this custom LTV tracking.
Yeah.
And then after I left that, we didn't have that. So the LTV tracking software has been huge for us. Tyler Ryan, shout out to him.
Yeah.
He actually just texted me because I've been referring him people.
Nice.
Highly recommend that if you're running any sort of volume. It is, and even if you're starting out, to be able to track your leads, if you're doing free opt-ins and know that they're worth $2 on day 0 and $4 by day 14 and $6 by day 30, that's how you buy traffic at scale, is you know what they're worth.
Yep. And we can parse out our data
to outspend other people.
We can parse our data by ad networks. We know what Facebook buyers are worth versus people from affiliates versus Google.
Yep. And we have different funnels for each network, so we can say, oh, YouTube buyers are worth this much, affiliates are worth this much, Facebook people are worth this much, and then you can see the difference in LTV. People that come from other people's email lists are worth 3 times more typically than people that came from Facebook.
Yep.
And then YouTube buyers tend to be worth a lot if you do webinars, because these are people who are already interested in long form video.
Yep.
We use CellEngage, which is this really cool texting software. These 2 are both more expensive, the LTV and the CellEngage, but you can literally create like choose your own adventure reply sequences via email. So we do this thing after people buy my book, they get the 13 rules texted to them, but they get the first rule, then they have to say like next rule.
Yep.
And then when they type that in, they get another rule. It's really, really clever. And then the other thing you can do with that software is you can intercept messages. Mm-hmm. So you can't see him, but we have a guy called Connor over here. And he's basically, his role is to talk to people one-on-one via email when we send reply or trigger emails, and and then he engages with them in a conversation about what products would make sense for them. And so with texting, you could have somebody say, with this CellEngage, if you're interested in this product, just hit reply, or send us back a text that says interested. And then he can actually intercept it in real time and send messages to them inside of this app, which is pretty crazy.
Yep.
We haven't utilized it anywhere near its potential yet, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
ActiveCampaign is a big one. And so many people, I waited for probably 5 years before recommending any sort of email software, because all of them have issues. I used to use Aweber. A lot of garbage there.
Yeah.
I've used MailChimp. I've used Maripost. All these, and Maripost is good if you're willing to spend an insane amount of money.
Large list.
Ross, I'm not talking down on your company. Ross is a good dude.
Yeah.
but it's expensive. ActiveCampaign is the first time I've been able, because I finally figured out the only thing ActiveCampaign didn't do is it didn't segment your buyers into your email list into 7-day engages, 30-day, 60-day, so the things that you need to do for deliverability. And now I figured that out, which you watch this painstaking process of figuring out how to set up engagement tagging. Now that I've done that, I will highly recommend ActiveCampaign to everyone. And we'll probably put a link in here. If you get it through our affiliate link and then you email us at support@feedthewolf, we'll send you the video that I did that teaches you how to do the tagging, because ActiveCampaign doesn't teach it.
Very manual
and you
process.
have to set it up perfectly, and you have to do it in advance. But it only has to be done once. It takes about an hour, maybe 30 minutes if you have the video. But let's say it's an hour one time, and then you get incredible engagement tagging forever. What else do we use?
Bucket.
Oh, Bucket.io for quizzes, to build quizzes. Ryan Levesque, what's up? I promise I'm going to make the parody video of Tryon Levesque. It's going to happen. Bucket.io is great for quizzes. I love quizzes. And then
Splashio.
Splashio is really cool. So basically, we used to have this issue where when you put a video on Facebook or Instagram, people typically don't have the sound on, and you get literally as high as like a 300% increase in engagement by having subtitles, but the subtitles have to be hard coded into the video. And it takes any video editor like an hour, even for a 3-minute video, to do it properly. And so I'd have these video editors that work for me that I then had to make them do all that, and it's just a pain in the ass. And so Splashio, you pay like $99 a month. Each credit's worth $25, and so it's $25 to get a video done, and they do it within 24 hours. They do a great job. They put banners and whatever you want on there. Splashio has made our lives dramatically easier, which is another reason why YouTube's great, because you don't have to do that. You can just post your video without subtitles because people have sound on. What else we got?
That's all I got for primary tools. We got a couple others that we use.
What else?
Monday.
Hemingway
Slack.
app is totally free,
there you go.
and if you're a writer and you're not using Hemingway app, you are missing out massively on improving your writing. Your goal should be to write at a 3rd grade level. I've used Hemingway app it's hemingwayapp.com. I've used it for 10 years. I've never paid a dime for it. I would happily pay them. But you don't need to download the desktop version or anything. I just use it online, and it's great.
Game changer. All right. Next question is, this is one of my favorite things, is you always tell people